You will destroy your army here and never raise another. By my oath, this will be the interview. We have kicked off the war with the Anduin with a decisive victory. Welcome, dear viewer, to Middle Earth. We are doing Dawnless Days, the Atilla Total War mod, and our dwarves of Erebor have once again come upon a chasm of fortune. Skillfully spotted, taking down brittle wall, all that good stuff, glimmering metals spotted along its walls. It's lovely stuff. My name is Captain Total Waffle. At least that's the name of my channel, and I sing your graces as you show your faces here on my little interweb HTML based domain, and I hope that you're having a lovely day. Certainly we are, and let me give you the lay of the land, the lay of the northern lands, I should say specifically, because together with the Wood Elves we are indeed ushering in a new era of peace and prosperity here in the north. But there are buts, and that is where today's episode comes in, because last time around, we decided that the Anduin Vale was an interesting place to visit, and there was indeed some, shall we say, open real estate on the market, and so we just went in hard, and we seized Framsburg and Beorstadt, and we are turning these places into productive dwarven places of prosperity. But such prosperity is envied by those that surround us, and one of those factions is the Anduin Vale itself. And, while they have yet to make a single move against us, we do have the general issue with them, having a bit of an unfriendly attitude toward us, and it seems to be deteriorating rather rapidly. This is, of course, very concerning, and as such, we need to prepare ourselves for what happens when they run out of goblins to smash. I fully expect that once the goblins are neutered, they will go on the warpath against us. And that is not that far away when you think about it, in time-wise, because we can only say for sure that there are 2 more goblin settlements in this entire world, and then Beorstadt might be next. So we are currently trying to develop it as quickly as possible. That means 3 turns from now a village will be done, and then we can truly start to do things. So we're gonna hope that the Vale stays peaceful until then. What good we do have is that we are fast-tracking developments of all sorts, from goat pens to everything else, and recruitment and all those lovely things. We're trying our best to make these lands the most prosperous they can possibly be, and then we have also struck a deal with the Woodland Realm to get military access points. So we're hoping that our alliance of convenience, as it currently is, with them will hold, even if the Anduin decide to invade us. Having a look at the diplomacy screen yet again, we can see that the Anduin Vale are allied to none, right? They don't even seem to have many treaties at all with anyone except war with goblins and with Mordor. So hooray for that. We may make it out of this yet. The good things about here is that we have a defensive alliance with the Woodland Realm, and we also have military access, so they can come to our aid if need be. So, you know, here, that's a bit of good news, isn't it? When it comes to Dale, they are less unaligned, so to speak. Less unaligned than the Anduin Vale, who are basically neutral to everyone except for those who have generally attacked them. But that doesn't mean they're going to stay that way. And they've even taken Lothlorien, so, you know, they mean business in some way. Overall, they're just so threatening. I wouldn't fear Dale as such, even though in many ways they should share more ancestry with the Valesmen than, say, the Mirkwood Elves, the long-standing trade relationship between those peoples has seen the creation of a little bit of a lovely triumvirate here of us, Woodland Realm, and Dale. Although we are not quite as close with Dale as we've managed to become with the Wood Elves. I guess humans are gonna human, and continually have biases and grudges against those that are unlike us. You know, does that remind you of anybody out there in the world? I don't know. Maybe. Either way, though, here we are. And oh, we've also created a new town centre for Hafburg, which is a lovely, lovely occurrence. I applaud it wholeheartedly. So now we need to choose whether we go for food imports or whether we want to do more, shall we say, mercantilistic trading, or whether we want to establish a pub. So this is all about where we see the economic strength of our region being. We can get this broad one, which provides more food, more wealth from commerce, and wealth from agricultural buildings. And, you know, that is pretty tempting because we have, for instance, this one, which provides 200 wealth from husbandry, and this one 280 wealth from husbandry. So that's already quite a decent leg up on the others, I think. This one, 2% from all buildings, so if you have a broad mix of things, then that would be good. But I do think that it's going to be the food importer that we aim for here. And it'll probably be a similar story here in Gobelgleim. Although we don't really have the population to expand at present. But let's have a look at our developments. We have Beaufort. Let's see. He will be found in the details here. He's got nearly 200 in influence. He is a governor extraordinaire, and we are very happy about him. He reduces corruption, and apparently also our taxes. So, does that mean he himself is corrupt while fighting corruption? Well, to be honest, that does sound realistic enough. You know, politician comes in on an election campaign, I'm gonna fight corruption, and then, you know, no, that means you're purging the system of a lot of people, including perhaps the ones who were to keep an eye on you for, you know, skimming off the top and all that. But anyway, it looks like we have some governor details to review. I'm either going to say that we should go for an Arcansmith for extra influence, particularly, and slight tax bonus, but we could also go for 10% wealth generation. You know what? I'm really thinking about this Merchant of the Lonely Mountain. She's a good gal, this one. Excellent. So, yep, Hafburg. Quite a lot of money comes through this place. And it's good to see. Good to see. There are some expenditures, of course, from watchtowers. Yeah, the watchtowers exclusively. They cost 600 to run, but you know, they help us bring down our unrest in the region, which is good. All right, what else? We have state-appointed songwriters in our upper vales to try and spread our influence. Yeehaw! And then let's see, upper vales. Also getting a population surplus, which is very interesting, but we can't really make use of it here yet. Framsburg. Nar, our governor in, let's see, in Erebor, the Dwarven Realms, has gained a bit of rank. So, let's see what we can do with him. He is going to become an expeditioner type fellow, I can feel it. That'll make his troops a little bit cheaper.
This dwarf is ready.
Let's see. Farm overseer for Fror. So, more for agricultural buildings. Yes, nice. Especially where he's ended up over here. So that's really nice. He's gotten himself a lot of, like, hunting and farming. We could even upgrade that one. It's very nice. Very good. In Gobelgleim, we could, again, upgrade our watchtower into an explorer's outpost, but I don't think we need to. Ah, yes. Okay. Dismantling will... Okay. So... That's interesting. We only dismantle one level at a time. Okay. Well. There goes another one. That's a difference from Medieval 2 as well. When you demolish a building, as they call it. I mean, it's just all the way down at once. To the ground. Beorn still has 2 turns until it can develop any further. Okay. Well, I suppose that's that. But the thing that we'll be keeping an eye on as the Woodland Realm move through our lands is, of course, ways to make the Anduin Vale up here, or the upper vales that we control, as defensible as possible. So this will probably come to involve the construction of those kind of towers that we're tearing down up here in Uldravelik. So yeah, right now we need to figure out exactly what to do with this place. What are we gonna focus it on? It's not a particularly wealthy region by most accounts, but we can always see that actually it has helped our food surplus and our income that we have done what we've done. Framsburg can upgrade some stuff, and we shall, all that we can. We don't have a cash problem whatsoever. Yeah, I'm thinking that manufacture could be an interesting avenue for a place like Uldravelik. Probably not stuff that involves iron mining and all that, but we need some kind of trade in these places. Alright, what else might we have? Population surplus again, and unseasonal conditions, and then we have our buildings that have been completed. Framsburg, yeah, we got that one. Pub Ered Mithrin, yeah, we got that one. And all we really need to do is give ourselves another turn. So as Uldravelik develops, and I'm hoping to develop it further and further with things like workshops instead of military buildings, or the watchtower buildings, is that we want to upgrade the recruitment complex. Right now we can recruit Erebor axes from this place, and that means that our dear Thorin over here would be able to recruit halberdiers, for instance, from Uldravelik, because they're part of the same region. So that's going to be very meaningful. And Beorn will need its own dedicated recruitment facilities. So that's sort of how we're going to run it. Framsburg is going to be a bit more of a farming and trading region, which may also get some decent upgrades when it comes to military, but I'm sort of thinking that it'll be the breadbasket of the place, and then we can turn the upper vales into a farming / recruitment zone. Let's see. I mean, there is a good facility, yeah, so farming is going to be profitable here. It really is. I am liking it. I'm liking it so far. New rank for our manager of Nur. That's lovely. So we're gonna have a look at him. He now has 20 influence. His edict is doing good things. Province events are providing some positives here. It's very good. Non-faction influence -8. Military activity 4. Difficulty level -2, and faction effects +1. So we're currently at -15, and we're going to be predicted to fall a bit. But the place has its proper cultural center now, and that's excellent. So with all the population surplus that we have, we're going to construct a few things. One is a monument, and just quickly to get that one up and running. It doesn't take a long time. And then after that, we should be able to produce another building and upgrade that, so we can solidify our hold over this area. Let's see. Uldravelik can tech into something. It could be ceramist, yeah. Could also be a weaver. So both come at the cost of some food and some growth. This provides 240 from manufacture, 5% from commercial buildings, and 5% from armor for all units. Okay, it's nice. And this one, wealth from agricultural buildings, more wealth, and then resource production, pottery. Okay. I think I'm more pulled toward the weaver of things because wealth from agricultural buildings in this province, not gonna be super meaningful. But the weaver is, so, you know, extra armor seems good. Our armies are recovering. So if the Vale decides on war, then we will be more and more prepared to give them what for. Let's see, Erdmithrin, we've been there. Cannon Hinterlands, food importer, excellent. Yeah, control is still a little bit of an issue, so we'll keep the outpost here. Bergstad, yep, we got that one. Goat pens in Erdmithrin. Check. Okay. Population surplus. Upper Vales. Now there's a total surplus of, well, not 5 anymore because we used a bit of it, but next turn we'll get to use more. Another turn will come upon us soon. There we are. So we have developed high craftsmanship, which is pretty great. Sturdiest armors, the finest jewels, and we shall forge a kingdom worthy of Aule's praises. Beautiful. Now we can do the highest tier of things, which is the preservation of Aule's children. Okay, nice. Enables a tomb complex. That sounds interesting. How long does it take? Only one? Okay. Yeah, sounds good. New building in only one turn. I say that's pretty good. We've constructed a monument in Bergstad. We need to upgrade that. And we need to develop some more land. And this time we're going to develop a recruitment camp, I think. A new turn comes with news. And what news it is. So, a stronghold has been conquered. The ancient dwarf kingdom has been overrun by orcs, but the time has come for reclamation. Light will shine in the endless halls once more. Where's this? Well, all of our forces gain a bit of morale and some control in all provinces. Because somebody else took Daradel, which is somewhere else. I guess can we thank the dwarves for, sorry, the elves for this one? No, of course, it must be down around here. Daradel, down here. So it may even be the Anduin that have been doing their thing. Alright then. Well, we have developed the preservation of Aule's children. So that's wonderful. How about here? Ooh. Large dwarven colony. Sign me up. Hunters gathering. Sign me up. Undeveloped land. Ooh. Nice. Nice. Very good. So Gerbligheim will be contiguous with Hafburg, and Hafburg has no recruitment. So somebody out here needs to be able to train some forces, right? Surely. Or a blacksmith. But nah, I think a recruitment camp is probably a good idea. No, sorry, Gerbligheim already has a recruitment complex, so that's decent. Then, you know what, let's make a blacksmith in out here, or maybe something. Can we get something that is sort of contiguous with that? We could try to build a treasure hoard. If I'm reading this right, then a blacksmith here in Helkelon could actually support the recruitment facilities here in Gerbligheim. So that is what I think we should do. Boom. We're going to build a blacksmith to provide some additional benefits for our recruitment. That'll be unique to this place. Shield crafting, hooray for that. Yeah, it's all good. I like that. We can develop more land. Okay, so this place needs farming. And we need to upgrade that. Okay, we're spending a lot of cash this turn, but I'm kind of digging it. I'm really happy about all the development that we are doing. Right, so Framsburg, you need... Ooh, okay, so we can use iron deposits here. That would be very tempting, yes. Yes, okay. Gem deposits, positive. I like it. And then we need some new focus areas for our research. And I can think of nothing better. Now let's go for the stock keeping. 45 warehouses. Yeah, let's do that. And then go straight into cross-border supply chains. Why not? Alright. Another turn. Alright, we have farming surpluses like you wouldn't believe, and it's a beautiful thing. So here's one thing that we're gonna do. We're gonna grab out your General Ori. Who needs an expedition? And he's gonna go on an expedition to Framsburg. Because do you know what our sweet General Thorin is going to do? Well, he's gonna grab his large army and he's gonna move it down to Bergstad. Why is he gonna do this? Because he is the one better equipped to resist any attack that might occur. And we can live with Framsburg being a little under the weather, that's okay. Thorin is a better manager, that's quite clear. And we do like that. Thorin's army is nearly back to full strength. I am considering sending our sweet shields of Ered Mithrin over to Odravlik. That's indeed in Ered Mithrin. So that feels very... You know, it feels sensible, right? It feels fitting. On the way, just while camped over here, we are not gonna pass up the opportunity to do some decent recruitment because our recruitment here in Erebor is wonderful. I wasn't too impressed with the giant dwarven ballista, but you know, maybe that's just because I haven't faced any dragons. Erebor spear guards seem good. Can we do more? Yeah, we can. Okay. Halberdiers then. Nice, solid choice. Nur gains rank again. The upper vales are on the up and up and up. Continue the gaining rank. I'm suspecting that the development of cities sort of impacts the level of the managers in question because the more buildings we continue to finish and the more upgrades they get, the higher the level of the administrator in question. So, let's see. Gather the detail. I should probably have done this the other way, but you know what? We can take a look at this. So, goat pens. You know, we can... Excellent. Alright, we got a little bit out of that. Let's move our good lad. What's your name again? Sorry. Nard. Yes, another Nard. Nur, Nard, Nord. And then I'll be experimenting to see where units are more expensive. Are they more expensive when recruited outside of this region itself? Because we see right now that, sorry, I've forgotten your name. Ori, yes. Ori has the ability to train some troops from Odravlik. But they're pretty pricey. So I'm just speculating that they are cheaper at the nexus of recruitment. You know, it's just my little personal speculation. So we're gonna see if that ends up being true. Complex in the upper vales.
I can't hide from a dwarf.
Just to check. It does seem like it's cheaper when you recruit it in the primary region, so to speak. Okay, nice. Okay. Dwarven commune. Bergstad, yes. Simple home for the dwarven people. And we're upgrading to the new one. Grain exchange in the Cardin Hinterlands. Let's have a look at that. We can make some deep iron mines. And that does it. Now, it would be lovely to get this place under better control. At the moment, Governor Iklarim is doing rather well. It's possible that the next level of town development will just all by itself be enough to get our public order back on track. I'm just still calling it public order because that's, you know, that's my world. Medieval 2 is my world, and this is but a beautiful dream. Okay, let's have another turn go by. This dwarf may be ready, but I don't think we will want to attack anyone right now, because I mean I am thinking about doing something about those Anduin Vale people. They're still deteriorating our relationship. Let's see, they do approve of our treaties with the Woodland Realm and our war with Mordor. Yay, they condemn incompatible influence, so that we're neighboring them and spreading dwarvenness around the place. Diplomatic aversion, so I guess they just, yeah. Released troops of Gundabad. Okay. Another turn is needed, though. We have developed professional stock keeping. What does that mean for our settlements, though? Not much at the moment, because we're not really building those supply stations. Perhaps we should. Maybe there's something to be had there. I'm curious about how, you know, maybe a supply station would make sense in a place such as Bergstad. It's very hard to say, though, before we actually build it, so maybe we just need to pull the plug on the grenade, so to speak, and build it. We made this staggeringly gorgeous decision to wander into the mountains in mid-October. I guess the winter is not going to get any kinder. But here's my thoughts on this, right? We can move all the way over here, and we're still not going to be in danger. And from here, we might just be able to make it all the way up to Odrovidik. And we want to get there because the place is deteriorating at quite the rate.
This dwarf is ready.
You know, part of what we're there to do is make them happier. Make them at least a tiny bit happy about living in our realm, just generally speaking. So we're going to order some more halberdiers because we can. We have the budget, we have the means. Nar will essentially just hire a bunch of troops, and if he needs to go on forced march on the coming turn, then that's what he's going to do. Or maybe we'll just set up camp within the mountains to prevent attrition, right? That's something you can do. So we have options. We have options for dealing with things. Let's have a look at Bergstad. We can, from a place like this, I mean, currently we're doing the whole influence gambit, and it seems to be pissing off our neighbors. Not great, but it is what it is. If food gets really scarce all of a sudden, then we may turn our edicts toward farming. But speaking of that, we do have an agricultural subsidy edict here in the Dwarven Realms. But I think appointing new tax collectors may be equally meaningful. So let's just see what happens. New edict for Erebor. And then we hope we won't starve. But at the moment we're doing quite okay with beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. New tax collectors have been appointed in Erebor, and I'm thinking that it's a good thing to have. It's either going to be that or control, I think, at this point. But let's have a look and see what the status of this place actually is. So Dory is the governor, and let's see, we have taxes plus 29%. Okay, that's very nice. Income 14,263. Minus 223 food because, yeah, we're basically importing a lot of food into our capital from the extremities of our realm. Which makes sense when you think about it, especially when thinking about what kind of place Erebor is. Logically speaking, it's a lonely mountain in a desolate area. Not prime agricultural real estate. We can even decide to rename settlements. You know what? I'm quite tempted about that. So here I'm going to call this place Doryland, simply because it's simply easier to pronounce. Or, you know, we could call it the Dorybor. There we go, Dorybor. Control is a bit of an issue, potentially. Is there something we can do about that? We could build monuments, of course. Can we view? Okay, let's see what happens if we take something like city center, right, and view that. So there are all these different routes we can go. Migrant settlement, growth and control, wealth from subsistence, city civic buildings, unlocks recruitment of archers of the Red Mountains, warriors of the Red Mountains. Okay, interesting. I'm going to say that something like a city, this kind of court and council hall buildings are also pretty cool. Blue Mountain Commune. Let's see. Festival grounds. We're gonna get these in other places, which is nice. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna take from this that a city center is going to be very beneficial because we can take it in so many directions. Okay, trade gain, keeper of secrets. Okay, hello, fraud. So, upkeep, minus 5% for all units. Okay.
Mind your courage.
It's the governor here. Okay. Alright. Cool. Let's see, can we go to Otrovilik? Not quite, okay. But we could go on forced march to Otrovilik, or we could head into our lands.
This way.
And then we could camp. And so we should be safe from attrition. That's my read on it. So we're going to take that little experiment. Alright. Appointing new tax collectors. Yeah, okay. Is it possible to see just how big of a difference it makes with all this stuff? So tax level plus 29%. Yeah, okay. It makes a real difference because... So am I to take from this that our income is basically... Okay, so every bit of wealth inside the province will be taxed accordingly higher. Okay, that's amazing. Especially for a place like this. So, yeah. Very, very good. It almost entirely compensates for the fact that we've got another half stack sitting in the White Mountains now. We've got this forge thing. That's good. Lovely. Alright. I'm very happy with this. Do we want to take a look at the Anduin Vale? Well, they don't seem to have many forces or much development in this area. This place has remained basically itself since, well, for as long as I can remember. But they may still be developing a bunch of stuff here. It's hard to say though. We can't really tell from the outside, so next opportunity, we should maybe try to see, can we train the spy or something? Let's see, recruit agent. Where did we end up making, or was it, did I just dream it? I probably just dreamt it. Anyhow, okay, Riveting gameplay, I know. We have arrived in Rubicon, and we are indeed without attrition, so, or at least, no, actually it seems that we did take attrition. I just didn't notice that. There wasn't a message about it, but maybe it just reduced the attrition. But either way, we're going to be healing pretty quick, and then the better season comes along and life will be good. Anyhow, that is not much important, but what could be important is the finding that actually recruitment in this northern region of the realm, just seems to be all around expensive. It's the same whether you recruit your Erebor halberds in Farmsburg or in Odroverik. It's the same prices. So that is today's preliminary conclusion. Of course we can afford them. I mean, absolutely we can afford them. But I just found it to be an interesting little tidbit that there's no difference to be had, regardless of location. Alright. What else then? Bergstad could develop some interesting things. I'm thinking that a town center could be good. We could also try for some treated soil and then go down an additional agricultural route. But I'm thinking a town center is good, and then maybe we can make some profit ventures off of the whole food thing, the whole agriculture thing. We're in late November, and we're still producing enough food to meet demand, plus over 100, so we're really well off here. So well off, in fact, that I'm thinking of dropping the agricultural subsidies for Erdmithrine. And maybe what we want to do instead is to push for some state-appointed songwriters. And then what I'm really curious about is this gold bar here, okay? Dane's Halls apparently has gold, and I want in. So we're gonna go to the diplomacy tab. We're gonna say hello to the Woodland Realm. We have a trade relationship already. Let's see, they're importing iron from us. Are we able to import gold and make that sort of a thing? So, let's see. Can we request a certain trade? We can request the region of Dane's Halls from them. Purchase price 11,000. That's a bargain! But they don't see it that way. Okay, so we may need to wait and then try again. It said 70% chance of success though, so hopefully we can come back to that later, right? Hopefully. But I mean, if we can pay, I mean, even I would pay 30,000 for it. We're gonna make that back in a heartbeat, to be sure. And if we get access to that gold, then Erebor will suddenly be able to upgrade things over here. That'll be really fun. But for now, we can still do some things. So we have a city center that can develop into everything from, like, we can go the civic route, which is cool. We can also go into the migrant settlement route, which will lead to those archers of the Red Mountains, which could be cool. That's good. That could be nice. But being able to recruit an agent called Elders, that's also really tempting. So I think I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah, and they both seem to provide control in the long run, which is something that these regions do require. Okay, then we have Hunting Network. I'll have it. I'll buy everything. Everything shall be bought. Everything can be bought. You hear me, Wood Elves? Do you hear me? Everything can be bought. Even you. Reclamation of Khazad-dûm. Centuries has passed since the Orcs of the Misty Mountains were defeated in the Battle of Azanul Bizarre. Ah yes, okay. Time has elapsed. Bugger. So, we failed the mission, and we're not happy about it. I guess we're just gonna take out our frustrations on the Anduin Vale now. Because if they indeed control the Daredevil, which I find supremely likely, then there is no better course of action than one that leads to us wresting control away from those people. Okay. Well, let's have a look. We've constructed a town centre. Hooray! Beorn develops gleefully. We can get a pub. And we can recruit scouts from here. And scouts, yeah. Okay. So step number 1, train scouts. I think I'm good with that. Yeah, let's do that. And then we're getting... okay, nice. An equipment factory. Here in Erebor. Wonderful. Wonderful. Should we see if purchase of Thane's halls has become more or less likely? It's good to see that Erebor halberds have been getting more armor up here. I wonder if we can do something to improve the armor of the ones here. Disband. Upgrade. Yes! Okay, goody. Upgrade. Yes. Please. These cannot be upgraded because they don't have armor. And, okay, we can upgrade the armor of Nard. That's excellent. That means we should also be able to upgrade this guy. Yes, indeed we are. It's wonderful.
My axe grows restless.
But not for these guys, because Beorn is not
I can't hide from a dwarf.
within that territory. Alright then. No matter. We can walk over here and do it.
Dwarf is ready.
Okay. Beorn will need us again eventually, but not for now. Not for now. Yes, indeed. We can upgrade all of our armor. It'll cost a little bit, but it's not going to be too bad. And that's what the whole little yellow arrow thing was about. Now I understand it all. Okay, can we also recruit some troops here? Yes, we can. You know, I just really enjoy the halberds, I must admit. Making a full line of those. And if we are to avenge ourselves upon the Anduin, then we might as well get going for real. So we are going to train as many of these as possible. Wunderbar. Wunderbar. Alright then. We can turn the new year into a campaign for getting more food. How do we get more food, my friends? Well, the Anduin Vale lies before us, fertile and flourishing. We want to be bathing in its fauna and fungi before too long. So, with that in mind, let's see, can we retrain these buggers? No, I guess not, because they don't train here, but these can. But that's not too much an issue. They'll be retrained anyway. We could train some more forces. It doesn't seem to be affecting us much in terms of food production, so that's nice. And we have so much cash rolling around. Goblin, you know what? This building can go. If we need to recoup some food, we might as well do it with as few costs as possible. Havburg is still in need of some stuff here. Some more control. It's funny to him say get ready for war when he is a guy of civil administration. I mean, surely, my lad, you should not be. Come on, can you? Does he just improve everything within the same area? Let me just think. So tax level plus 30%. It tells me that yeah, this guy is indeed helping the place, but we're going to be reducing that a little bit because we need some agricultural subsidies. Sorry, but it'll be okay. We've constructed a pub, which is nice. And we'll make a feast hall. We'll recruit an agent. So that might as well be Gloin.
First dwarf is ready.
Yay!
Let's get moving.
Okay. They just start out without much movement. That's fair. That's fine. Must be exhausting to go through all those job interviews. Let's have a look at Dane's halls and ask them very nicely if that place might want to join our realm. So, request region, Dane's halls. Purchase price? Yeah, let's go. It looks like another no. But, let's see. Request denied. Okay. Okay. I wonder if I can do anything to make it more likely, though. Maybe I should just try to give them money and then ask. Attrition. More attrition everywhere. Bugger me. Okay. Gloin has been exposed. What? Let's see. Can he disrupt the settlement? I just want to see what's in it, basically. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Ah, we can see. Okay. So, we can commit arson. What a naughty thing to do. They have so much farming going on. This is the place we need. We do need it. I feel an annexation coming on. But I guess we... Yeah, we'll commit arson on their inn, I guess. We'll see if it works. Encouraging news, my lord. A capable arsonist, our scout Gloin, was able to enter a city in the Anduin Vale under a cunning disguise, only to set their crucial edifice ablaze as commanded by you. Taken aback, the dim-witted bystanders only watched while the fire ravaged the building.
They can't hide from a dwarf.
Indeed. Okay, so he gains a level. I'm gonna go for prudence, so that he can become a bit more of a steady hand in his job. February is hurting our food supplies. There's no nice way to put it. But we do have the opportunity for some undeveloped land, and that means we could go for some more agriculture. Let's just have a look and see if we can see what town centers we might come up with. So we could go down the route of doing more civic stuff and get food imports and stuff like that. Okay, what can we get from this? I mean, I think we just need more goat pens, really. Goat pens. Goat pens are the answer. Okay, over here. Treated soil, please. Oh, and we can go for more undeveloped land. Build a town centre then, please. We're gonna solve this food crisis. One building at a time.
Can't hide from a dwarf.
Still, we got some food attrition going on, but... or famine-related attrition, but it's going to change now. Because now we are building new stuff. And we got Farm Overseer over here. Oh, nice. Okay. Where is he? Ah, Hafburg. Brilliant. But we can only go so far with treated soil. So maybe it was the wrong move, actually. Okay, let's be rid of that. That was a mistake, I think.
Get ready for war.
This guy can upgrade, and we can also rank him up. Hello, Balin. Doobity-doobity-doo. No, it was his armor that could upgrade, I think. Yeah, it was. But Nur in the Upper Vales can absolutely do better things. So, Beorstad. Look at that. He's been skyrocketing in influence due to the tasks we've given him. Meritocracy all the way. Let's see. We're going to view his details, and We're gonna tell him to invest in some herders. Treated soil over here, okay. And treated soil over here, and we can build a boar breeder. Okay, we will. Oh, and we can also build a food importer. Wonderful. Wonderful idea. Yep, iron mines in the Erebor. Yes. Deep iron mines then? Yeah, we will. And it'll be lovely. Maybe this guy just needs to explore the region a bit. We want to see if the Valesmen have any armies around Beorn, the Beorning Hall. Because if everything goes well, then what we might want to do is facilitate a straight up capture of key places. So Beorn by a lesser army, such as this one, and then we will train more troops, obviously. We are already on it, but these guys could also be coming in. No trouble there. Yeah, civil administration, deploy. Nice. Okay, so he should start increasing our income there. Hooray, hooray, hooray. But we should train more of this guy. I think that has great promise. May not deploy this turn. Okay, well, he can go to somewhere else. He could go to Havburg or something. Over here, maybe. We'll see. But lovely. Let's see if our attrition persists. Back to blib and famine. What must I do to get rid of it? Anyway, measured work, measured work.
They can't hide from a dwarf.
It is a little disconcerting that we keep on losing food like this, but maybe part of it is that we've demolished some farmland. But here's the thing, we can build a town center instead. Goody goody. Alright. Ancient exposed. Galoin. They will know he's coming.
My axe grows restless.
Presumably they do have some forces here, but it's hard to see. But we can see that there are forces over here. Okay. Oh, what's this? They've got all their troops over here in Goblin Town. They've got a lot of them. But I'm sure they can't. I mean, they can probably move decently quickly. But it'll still take them quite a while. But it'll take them 2 turns, maybe. Maybe 1, maybe 2 turns, depending on the army, to get to Beorning Hall. That is... okay. That's something to keep in mind. So going for Beorning Hall straight away, perhaps not the best move. But Dawnless seems to be well beyond what they can support. And yeah, this is dead ends as far as that's concerned. So they can't support the Vale as well. They've got an army over here. Fist of the Bear. They seem to have a lot of sort of lower tier troops. Let's see. Earthard Cavalry. Okay. Earthard Outriders. We're just taking a look, everybody. Just taking a look for no reason whatsoever.
They can't hide from a dwarf.
Right. Okay. So an army like this would be able to withstand a lot of theirs, I think. Maybe even 2 or 3 full stacks at a time. Who knows? Depends on how it all plays out, of course. So while they look impressive, they may not actually be that impressive. We've developed some standardized mercenary proceedings. And yeah, I think extra movement speed, that'll be nice. That'll be lovely. Any other stuff? Surplus in the Vales, which means more buildings. But, oh yeah, that's cool. Lovely. Well, more fertile soil. We need more farms, basically. Got our halberdiers going. And we are... Are we recruiting anymore? No, not at the moment. So, more halberdiers, please. Yet more famine. But not in Thorin's forces. So that's really nice. These guys, bit different. These, very different. Ooh, dear. Oh no. But the good thing is that many of our settlement fundamentals are really healthy. So we've got solid control here. Very much an improvement situation in Framsburg too. So that's really good. Alright. So, Feely has gained rank. Nice. Our Elder Feely. So, let's see what he can get. Conniver, Prudence. Okay. I guess more control. Yeah. More control and sabotage missions. What kind of sabotage missions can you do? Interesting.
Mind your courage.
Alright. This guy,
I'll lead the way.
he will be moving... Perhaps he should go to Rubicon here. I think that'll be good. Gloin has become likable.
Dwarf.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess it's good for a spy to be likable. You'll want him to endear himself to people.
My axe grows restless.
It seems that attrition of the weather seems to is affecting the Valesmen, which is really nice. It's good for us. Okay, here we have let's see, a low-ranking officer, but he's got some decent troops in his army, or at least some air-theater cavalry. That's one, and then the past sentries, which is our first glance at a tier 3 unit. Interesting. High-level axeman, it seems. Do we want more halberdiers? I mean, why would we not want more halberdiers? That's my question. Perhaps what we want are some dwarven warriors. Yeah, let's do that. Our food surplus is now doing us very well. So at this point, I'm thinking we need to get Erebor out of the food game and back into the appointment of tax collecting game. Our local administrators that we've been recruiting seem to be doing a very good job in these regions. So that's very nice. It's lovely. Okay. The Woodland Realm will be given another chance, but first we need to bribe them, essentially. So, basically, I am going to give you money. Offer gift. Small gift, medium gift, generous gift. Okay, I'll say medium gift. They have accepted our offer. Anon Allen. Fair, gleaming with starlight, caught within the waters of our falls. I thank you for your aid. Okay, nice. Right, then... Oh. No. Then we would love to have something done about Ered Mithrin. No. Okay. So, if we're gonna... Dane's Halls. Diplomacy. Requests region. Yes, exactly. Yes. Boom. And they still refuse. That's a very bad 70% that we seem to have got there. I want it. I want it. I want it. I want it. Request denied. Again. Maybe we... I'm not sure we can influence it that way. Another quiet turn has passed, but the quiet turns may be behind us now. It's essentially been a long while with a bunch of administration. But we will be happy. We'll be happy that we have done it, because it provides us the backbone that we need to truly step up to the challenge of declaring war on the Anduin Vale. We've switched from farming the fields of Erebor, apparently, to farming taxes out of Erebor. And, yeah, we're now on 17,921 in income. An astounding figure by any measure. 15,000 in expenses, and yet we are still producing a net income of 16,000. It's amazing. It's wonderful. And Thorin is, by his own account, ready. Ready to take his army and march it right down the throat of some beekeepers. And so are the Mattock warriors, it seems. So, is this what we shall do? Yes. We just need to make sure that we have inspected all our building projects to our satisfaction. Let's see. Grain exchanger. Very nice. Very nice. Everything here is proceeding as we would like it to. And we have recruited some dwarven warriors up here. And that is why I think this army is now going to strike at Beorn. I don't think they have the means to resist us. Not really. And we have an onager, so we can break down some stuff. It's wonderful. Yes, we shall declare war on these people. No allies have chosen to become involved in this conflict. Well, well. You will destroy your army here and never raise another. By my oath, this will be the interview. So, they do have some defenders. Light siege tower, heavy siege tower. Yeah, okay, ladders and a ram. Okay. So we're going to continue the siege for 1 turn. They may have troops in other places, but Thorin will be taking care of them when they arrive, and I'm sure they will. So here's the basic strategy. First, we take this place. Too quick for them to respond to, I would guess. We could try to march on the Beorn Hall immediately. That would be quite risky, but potentially really, really amazing. And the problem is we can't get there in 1 turn, and then, you know, we've lost the element of surprise, essentially. But I would rather fend for Beorn here, or this place, with Thorin's forces, pressing them into attack after attack on our soil and on our terms. Then, the Shields of Ered Mithrin will arrive when needed. That's gonna be the play. Let's end the turn, and see if they manage to pull together a defense within a day. So, our enemies are moving. As we thought, they're sending a lot of forces north, but none of them can actually reach us. Hooray! We're going to use our spy to keep an eye on them. Military investment has begun. And we have a population surplus in the Ered Mithrin. Excellent. Ah, yes, and we have some ranks gained. So, we've got Nar up here. We will want an expeditioner for him. Yes. And we have Fili. This guy. More admin? Yeah, why not? That seems good. Especially now that we're about to recruit a lot of troops.
Mind your courage.
I'm even thinking that Erebor could start recruitment on another army. So, Frar, Groin, Lofar. One of these people. Let's just go for Frar. He's going to raise an army. He's going to get Iron Guards. That's the most defensive of the units, and I think it's the one that has the best chance of surviving an encounter in battle. So, you know, that's my reasoning. Let's get some onagers. Let's get some spear guards. Let's also do some axe warriors. We can recruit halberds away from home. But these tier 3 troops are only in Erebor at the moment, so we're going to make use of that. Alright, Boar Breeder has arrived. Yay! More levels on that, please. Beorn is exposed, but, you know, we need to move him anyway.
Can't hide from a dwarf.
Can he do anything on characters? No, he can't really, but he could disrupt Fenburg City. Yeah, let's commit arson on the city itself. The main infrastructure of the settlement. Encouraging news. He managed his job.
Restless.
Excellent. And he moves north all the while. Can we get special troops here? Ooh, we can get cavalry. Actually, I would really love to have some cavalry in one of our armies. I have missed cavalry a whole bunch. But, maybe we need to take the settlement first. I'm thinking that we could hire another administrator. Yes, let's do that. We're already filling the maximum number of this type of character. Okay. So, effectively, I believe we need to upgrade this once again, maybe? And then we'll be able to. Okay, I can live with that. That's in 5 turns. Then we can hire another administrator and send him to our, well, conquered regions. And, he will help us a lot, I feel. All this is looking good. Let us finish the episode by smacking up our enemy a little bit. Fight on the battlefield. It appears they didn't have a lot of food, so attrition has started getting to them already. That's fun for us. So it has all built to this. We're going to start our deployment, and it's going to be fun. Now, there aren't actually many fortifications in this place because, yeah, it so appears that scaling the walls is pretty unnecessary when there are no walls. I know, it's a controversial topic, but okay, drop siege equipment then. Actually, all of you. Do any of you have siege equipment? Yes, you do. Dum 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 dum. Drop siege equipment, please. Grab all the halberdiers. These guys are going to be our main line of attackers. And my oh my, are they going to attack them nicely. So we might even split them up into 2. So, one of you is going to come over here. And then the rest of you is going to be number 2. There's a lot of towers here as opposed to anywhere else, so I'm actually loath to go in this way. Let's grab team 2 and put them somewhere a bit nicer. Could be over here. Yes, that seems good. And then we'll also grab our heaviest, put him over here, and our not so heaviest, and put him over here with our siege crew. Nice. Goody. Start the battle! I'm not Ori, I hate to burst your bubble, but there are not really any walls to speak of. They just have a few palisades, and there are gaps in them. There are gaps in their palisades, Ori. There are gaps in their palisades. Haven't you seen the gaps? Anyway. Oops, hello. Valesman levies. Oh dear, yeah. Let's absolutely bring these people down. The Dwarven barbecue is coming to town. There we go. As soon as we hit anyone. Ah, very good, very good. And fire damage has already been done to the watchtower. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay. You guys. You're gonna be marching on. The soul goes marching on. And all that. We can't see all the enemy because line of sight is a thing in this game. Unlike Medieval 2. Let's get to ×2. Ooh, here comes the firestorm. Oops, tower down.
The tower has been destroyed. This bodes well.
This bodes well. Indeed it does. More entity mass. I guess that doesn't really provide any extra defense against arrows, so yeah, man.
We have sighted the enemy.
Yeah, spear walls get block chance for missiles. Sighted more enemies, it seems to say. Okay, no, at this point, we're going to march our siege weapon closer. Our warriors will just rush these guys. No reason not to. Dum da da da. Da da da. Yep. They are not exactly liking what they're getting. The Dwarven warriors have done their duty. Now let's see what they have lined up for us. Ooh, some archer levies. Okay, okay. Nice. Halberdiers, continue marching. How are we doing on the other side? Oh, sorry, that was the same side. This side. Okay. We're meeting a bit more resistance here. But all the same, we're doing good. We're doing good. You know what? Just
Our general is being attacked. Keep him alive.
let's push our way into them. Their position seems to be their greatest advantage here. The fact that they're on a hill slope. Yeah. So if we can push through that, we'll be in a good place. That's what I'm thinking anyway.
Hurrah, hurrah! Baruch Kazad! Kazali Manu!
Right, up here. We're moving through the land, smashing through everything. And our halberdiers can basically set up shop inside the square, and so can our siege equipment, I think.
Get ready, dwarves.
The Greenwood Foresters. Okay, light axes. We're gonna send 2 warriors at him.
Keep those spears ready. Tighten up, dwarves.
Come on, get moving, guys. Get moving. How are we doing over here? It's going to take a while to break down all these troops because this is basically most of their army just gathered in one place. But we're going to be okay. And if we get our not ballista, our onagers
Capturing a victory point.
up here, then we will be able to effectively bombard them from inside their own settlement.
Line it up.
And I can hardly imagine something more demoralizing than that.
Tighten up dwarves. The battle is turning in our favor. Keep your spears ready.
Da, 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 da. We're losing a few troops, but it's okay.
Positions.
Our onagers won't even make it through and before the battle is won. Ooh, we're being... Okay. You know what, you guys? Maybe you just need to capture that control point to destroy that tower. That'll be good enough.
Line it up. Tighten up dwarves.
Okay. How are we doing over here? Seems that, yeah, we can push forward.
Keep your spears ready.
Everybody, move your body through the enemy. They've even stopped shooting at us, really.
Show them how real men fight.
Oh, I want to see how real men fight. Oh, how do you fight?
Spirits of the dead! Of dead!
Not yet. They're not.
3 men shoot their bows. That's how real men fight? The yeomen are just running away. As we capture their square, we have dealt with their leader. I mean, there's nothing left for them to do.
The enemy's tower has been destroyed.
Oh, have we? Okay. So, is this the general? No. That's just one of his foresters. Okay, all right. But these guys have just been continually shooting at our dwarves, and we've been turning the wrong way because I'm a bit of a pillock. All right. Can we send anyone to assist them? Ah, that's also a reason. What's going wrong? Okay. So we're gonna send some dwarves down to send them to Pound Town. They've run out of ammunition by now. So actually they're coming to us. There's no reason that we should walk into the line of fire of this tower. If we can sort of withdraw a little back, we should be able to meet them without being under fire. Oh, hello. Hello, lads. What do you know? I've prepared a barbecue. Okay, I fired it on my own troops. My bad. Onagers, stop. Just continuing. It's no use. You're not doing anyone any favors there. Well, except our enemies, but I don't want you to do them any favors. Axe guards, keep at them. Just rush them. Halberdiers, move toward the enemy, generally speaking, but let's also see if we can take down this thing. Come on. Let's do it. That watchtower is doing damage to us.
Tighten up dwarves.
Okay. We're gonna catch these yeomen in a bit of a trap. And this tower's about to go. What's this? Ah, it's a watchtower over there. Okay.
Within moments, this fort will fall to us.
Yes, it will. And there we go. We've won the battle.
We are moments away from victory.
This entire unit is just routed. That's nice. We've won the battle. Everything is good. We have kicked off the war with the Anduin with a decisive victory. We'll have to lick our wounds a little bit, but we're just going to occupy the place. It starts off with a lot of control, a lot of public order, so to speak. So if we can just stabilize the place, that would be amazing. So we're going to repair everything. And then we should already be better off next turn. And we're going to need to bring Nori over. So this is where we're going to end today. We have a mission. We have a way. We're going to make it happen. And now our food is going to go through the roof. Hopefully, it's going to cut into the food supply of the Vale. And maybe they'll even start losing troops because of it. Though, regardless of any of that, we'll just need to keep up the pressure. Either way. Thorin stands ready with an army even greater. So, let's see where it all goes. But for now, thank you for watching. I have been Captain Total Waffle. Please, if you will, just let me know if you'd like this series to continue and which, should we just send Thorin straight at the Beorning Hall? Ooh, it's a tough decision, but either way, I leave my future in your hands. Be kind to yourself, be good to those you love, and then I will see you soon.
This has been Waffle.